Hey friends, welcome to class today. Jessie here. We are doing a mobility class today. You don't need anything. I will be sitting on a towel. You're welcome to sit on a towel, a blanket, block, anything to prop you up in the beginning of class. You can roll your mat up as well. Other than that, we don't need anything. This class is going to be awesome if you are pregnant. Amazing class for comfort. Also birth prep. Some of the hip exercises are going to be really, really beneficial for you. This class is also amazing if you've just been sitting a lot recently. For those of you who have a desk job, this stuff is great. And just like life, body function in general, this is awesome. So let's begin in a seated position. I'm going to come down into just a simple, easy seat. Make sure your sitting bones are nice and grounded. And go ahead and take a couple rolls of your shoulders up and back. Whew. Then just take a couple deep breaths. If you want, you can close your eyes. Let's right away find a pretty expansive breath. So breathing into the entire rib cage. Finding the breath not only in your front ribs, but also the backs and the sides of your ribs. And then exhaling as you gently contract everything in towards the midline, lifting through your pelvic floor. Good. And inhaling again to expand. So take a couple of rounds of this 360 breath all by yourself. Is amazing at creating space, right? And sometimes we forget the simplest ways of opening up from the inside out is with the breath. Good. Just take one more. And then from here, you can blink your eyes open. Just start to roll out your shoulders. Sitting nice and tall, lifting up through your back ribs. Go ahead and switch the direction of those shoulders. Good. Then slowly release the shoulders down the back. Bring your chin towards your chest. Roll your left ear towards your left shoulder as you draw your right shoulder blade down. Bring your chin back through center. Come over to the other side. Good. Do that one more time each side. Working your scapulas down your back and in towards the midline. Slowly just come back up to center. From here, take your hands to your knees. We're going to take a big inhale. And as you exhale, round your spine. So I want you to hug baby in if you're pregnant. If not, you're just pulling navel to spine as you kind of round back. Pull your shoulders down your back, chin to chest. And then inhale, we're going to come back up to neutral with our spine. Interlace your fingers, press your palms forward. Let that inhale take you all the way up. And then as you exhale, you're going to release your hands, bend your elbows, pulling your scapulas down the back as you squeeze your shoulder blades together. Elbows come towards your side body. And then you're going to sweep your arms forward again, hands to knees. Good. Inhale, press those palms forward, reach up. Exhale, elbows pull down. Let's go straight into clasping our hands together. I like that better. So rounding your spine as you press the palms, hug your belly in. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, pull your elbows down. Hands come together. Press your palms forward, inhale. Inhale takes you all the way up. Exhale takes you all the way down until you're rounding the spine with your palms together. Good. Inhale, reach. Exhale, lower. Okay. You get the gist of it. Go ahead and continue this movement on your own with your breath at your own pace. We're working on, flexing and extending your spine, of course, but also bringing a decent amount of mobility into the shoulders here. Got a couple more rounds. Relaxing through your face. Just really kind of imagining that this movement, right, is awakening the upper body. You're getting all that stagnant blood flow. Not that it's ever truly stagnant, but you know what I mean. Getting that circulation going for sure in our arms, our back body, our chest. Good. One more time. Good. This time, release those arms down. Whew. Take your feet out just a little bit. You're going to take the soles of your feet together and bring your legs out a little bit further in front of you here. And then from here, we're just going to come into some hip circles. So resting those hands kind of wherever it's comfortable for you. Start to make some nice big circles. It's almost like you want to think of being like a little bit of a belly dancer here, right? Really shifting the upper body side to side and forwards and backwards. Rounding the spine as you come back. If you are pregnant like me, and you're at the end of your pregnancy, you probably have smaller circles than you used to. That's okay, right? So it doesn't matter the range. Go ahead and switch direction. Doesn't matter how big your circles are. Just go by comfort. They might be huge. They might be small. If you've been sitting for a while, they're probably going to, this will probably feel a little tight too. Okay, and then come back up to center. And from here, we're going to take those arms and just reach them all the way up. Legs stay exactly as they are. Good. Exhale at the top. And then inhale, left hand will come down, right arm reaches up and over. Good. We're actually going to use this as an exhale. Inhale, come back up, reach both arms up. Exhale, right hand down, reach your left arm up and over to the right. Inhale, both arms up. This time you'll twist to the left. Right hand comes inside the right thigh, left hand comes behind you. Drop the shoulders, squeeze the belly, turn your gaze. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, twist to the right. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, hands come to your knees or your shins, round your spine, pull back, drop the shoulders down. Inhale, both arms up. Exhale, left hand to the ground, right arm reaches over. Inhale, back up. Exhale, right hand down. Inhale, back up. Exhale, twist left. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, twist right. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, round your spine. Inhale up. I'll let you do this on your own now. Good. Side bending. If you get it mixed up a little bit, no problem. Just move with your breath. Again, we're working on the whole mobility of the spine here, right? Twisting side to side. We've got some lateral bending side to side, flexion, extension, all that good stuff is happening. So this should feel really good. Using those exhales to lift and engage your core. even if you are pregnant, you're still activating your transverse abdominals here. This will be our last round. When you're done, come right back into those hip circles here. Noticing how this feels now, if different at all. It's okay if not. We're about to get really into those hips, so that's next. If you're feeling a little locked up there, do not worry. Okay, switch direction. Okay, awesome. So if you're sitting on something, come off of it. Let's take that left leg. Oh my God, my shorts feel really small now, you guys. I'm having a pregnancy moment. Okay, so that left foot is going to come pretty much parallel with the top of your mat. Your right leg is going to come out to the side. Okay, you know what? I'm actually going to turn here so you guys can see better. So your right leg is going to come knee in line with hip. The foot is behind you. Your left foot can be tucked in more. That's totally fine. If having it parallel to the top of the mat feels like there's too much pressure on this knee, just tuck that heel in a little bit. So from here, we're going to take a deep breath in, come up to your fingertips. And as you exhale, we're going to work on these internal rotation muscles of the hips and see if you can lift that right foot off of the ground. We're going to activate these muscles here. Okay? And then from here, you're just going to come back up to center. Now lift your hip up as if you're going to bring your foot flat on the floor. That may or may not happen. Don't let your whole body come back, though. Keep this nice, tall posture. Okay? And then release. Maybe lean forward just a little bit. Lift up that back foot. And then lift up the knee. Okay. Of course, you guys, if there's any knee pain here, please just skip this one. Not a big deal. You can come into pigeon and get the front hip opening with that foot tucked in. We're going to do 10 of these. I think we've done 3. That was 4, so count this one as 5. Good. So remember, nice tall stature with the spine. This is really good. We're working the muscles around our hip joint right now, which will improve mobility. It also helps with lower back pain when you kind of strengthen this area. A lot of time people get lower back pain and they, stretch and stretch and stretch and stretch. And really what we need is this kind of work where we're actually very intentionally strengthening the muscles in and around the lower back. Right. Totally lost count here. Let's do one more. Cool. From here, let's come into a brief regular pigeon. So tucking that left heel in, you can send that right leg back. We're just going to hold this for a moment. Either staying upright or leaning forward. Totally up to you. Let's take 4 deep breaths here. Staying nice and engaged in that front foot, even if that heel is really tucked in. Opening up the muscles in the back of that left hip now. The front of the right. Great. And then make your way back up. You can lean over towards that left hip so that you can swing the right leg around. And we are going to come right into the other side. I have these really cute, in case you haven't noticed, super cute half leg compression sock on that has holes all over it. If you're wondering. Okay, so let's go right into this side. I'm going to scooch over so that my knee is nice and cushioned by the mat. So from here, inhale. As you exhale, maybe lean forward a little bit, pick that back leg up, or back shin up and foot rather, and then lift the knee. Lift the foot, lift the knee. this side actually feels harder for me than the other. I also feel like I might get a cramp. That seems, I actually never cramp, you guys, except when I'm pregnant. Oh my God. And it really only happens at night for the most part, but every now and then I'll feel it when I do stuff like this. And it's not pleasant. It really isn't. Especially those nighttime ones. Those will get you. All right, couple more breaths here. Again, just watching that left knee, making sure that you're not pushing anything too hard. We don't want a lot of pressure on the knee here. And when you have really tight hips, the knee will take on some pressure if you try to put your hip at an angle that just doesn't work for your body. So again, if this doesn't work for you, you're just going to find a regular pigeon or something else that feels accommodating to your body. Last one. Awesome. Let's make our way into pigeon just for a moment. Really opening up again through the front and back of our hips. Just keeping some engagement while you're here, right? Not collapsing into the stretch, but rather engaging it by squeezing those inner thighs towards the midline. Activating that right foot, activating the left foot by pressing those toenails into the ground. All right, from here we're just going to lean to the right and then slide that left knee up. Let's come onto all fours. All right, so from here, spread your fingers wide, hips under or over knees, shoulders over wrists. And let's just start by making big circles. Okay, so again, back to the spine a little bit, back into those hips. Big circles, whatever feels good. Do that. Let your neck get involved so that your entire spine is moving. You can round the spine, lift the chest. If you are pregnant, right, we have extra relaxin in our bodies and a lot of extra weight in the front of our body. So try not to dip into your cow pose so much. It's more like you're coming back to neutral. You can really work on that upper back extension, right? Squeezing the scapulas together, pulling your chest forward. If you have a specific direction, take it the other way. Back to neutral. Take those hands, just turn them around. Fingertips face your knees. We'll take a couple regular cat-cows. So inhale, lift the chest, send those thighs back. Neutral spine if you are pregnant, maybe a little bit of a lift. Exhale as you round the spine, drawing your belly button towards the back body or lifting baby up. Do a gentle hug. Inhale, slide your chest forward, shoulders back. Exhale, round your spine. Inhale. And exhale. One more time. Breath in, root down through those knuckles so you're getting that nice forearm and hand stretch. Beautiful. Coming back to center. Shake out your hands. Shake out those wrists. And then we're going to take our knees together to touch. Then from here, I'm going to move to the left side of my mat. You may as well do the same. Bring your knees together. We'll do this one a couple times really slowly till we get it. We're going to swing that right shin out. I want you to see if you can get those right toes almost parallel with the right knee. If it doesn't get all the way there, no problem. Get that right foot as high up on the mat as you can. From here, you're going to pivot, lifting the knee up, turn the right heel in, the right toes out, and then you'll press your hips back towards the left heel, okay? And then come back up to center. Bring that right knee back in, right foot back in, and repeat. Right foot out, pivot, the toes point out, we send our hips back. Come up, pivot, the knee down, foot in, foot out, toes point out, foot is grounded, and we press back. Okay, you got it. So those knees, they came apart for me. That's fine. If that is sort of the correct alignment here, then that is good. No worries if the feet or if the knees don't come all the way back together. What I would love to see is those right toes really pointing straight out to the right if possible. So we're getting this really big external rotation as we press back with our hips. You can go at your own pace here. I do have a little bit of a pelvic situation, so I'm going to slow down a little bit because when I do things with my right leg, it does seem to aggravate it. So just do what works for you in this moment. We'll just stay here for about another minute or so. So we're internally rotating and externally rotating that hip, which is great for life, great for birth prep. Last one. Beautiful. Bring it back. All right. From here, straighten that right leg all the way out behind you. We'll take a quick stretch. Cross that right leg over towards the left. And then from here, just look over the left shoulder. Press into the right big toe, pressing your heel back. So nice side opener in that right side. Take a deep breath in. Deep breath out. Good. Come back to center. Let's go ahead and switch sides. So you can start with the knees together if you want, or just start with them about hips distance, because that's, I think, where we end up. Left foot comes out. Point the left toes out, heel in, hips come back. Come back up. Roll the knee in. Foot comes back to neutral. Foot comes out. Point the toes out, heel in, flat foot, take it back. Awesome. So again, moving just at your own pace. Should have said this on the other side, but if your hips don't come back that far, obviously, that's fine, right? Everyone's gonna have their own range of movement here. This is another exercise that should really help with back pain if you're someone who suffers from that. We're strengthening the hip. We're also really working on opening the hip. And then I find that I have to reset where I am, right? Because things kind of scooch around a little bit. So if you need to stop and reset, please do. Let's take a couple more. Right, last one. Cool. Take that knee back in, feet come back. Let's press it up and back into a downward dog. Once you get there, ooh, that feels nice.
Once you get there, you're welcome to just put a nice big bend in one of your knees. Press into the hands, get a little longer as you send the hips back. And straighten that leg, go ahead and bend the other. Relax your head and your neck. Lift both heels high. As you bend both of your knees, melt your heart slightly towards your knees. Send your hips up as high as you can. Lift baby up or pull your navel in. And soften both heels to the ground, or towards the ground rather. It's okay if they don't touch. Strengthen through your thighs. Press through those hands. Take a deep breath in. Deep breath out. Walk your feet up towards your hands, bending those knees. Once you get to the top, halfway lift, lengthen your spine. Exhale, forward fold. Good. And then slowly rise. You can bend your knees. Place your hands on your thighs. From here, I want you to press those hips way back. It's sort of like a chair pose here. If you're pregnant, widen those feet. Straighten through your arms and then let those hips kind of melt back and down. This should be a really nice spinal release for you. You can press up and out of those shoulders a little bit. Good. One more breath in. And then stand up all the way. Go ahead and bring your feet underneath your hips. To finish off, let's just give a little love to our feet. Standing on your left foot, make big circles with your right ankle. Nice big circles. Change direction. Good. And then point the toes towards the ground and just gently curl the toes under. Adding a little bit of pressure, you'll get a nice kind of stretch on the front of the foot here. Good. And then press the heel out in front of you, flexing your toes. Bend the hips back. If you want, you can reach down and kind of pull your foot towards you a little bit. And then stand tall. All right, roll out the left foot. Take it the opposite way. Point your toes towards the ground, and then just roll your foot forward a little bit so you get that stretch in the front of your foot and ankle. Good, and we'll untuck those toes, flex the foot, bringing the heel forward a little bit, bend at the hips, maybe grab the toes, flexing them towards you a little bit more. Tall. Okay, full body shake, and you guys are done. I just realized I hope my head didn't get cut off in that camera. I'm gonna kneel for a sec. Awesome job today. Hope you enjoyed that kind of movement. It's a little different than what we normally do on here, but it's great stuff. Really good for you no matter where you are in life, unless you're working with something that I'm not aware of. As always, you just listen to your body, do what feels good for you, and hopefully that felt good today. All right, namaste. Mwah.